So why are we doing this?
Hello, I'm Tony.
And I'm Duncan.
And we are the Traveling Brothers. Welcome to the Traveling Brothers Talk Show.
TBTS.
TBTS.
Instead of TBS. TBTS sounds a lot like a sexually transmitted disease.
Yeah, but
TBS,
TBS is also tuberculosis.
Yes, and it's also a shitty television channel that nobody can fund.
Hey, it has the George Lopez show and Conan. And Conan's okay. It's not like there's nothing really good on there.
Yeah, today's episode is brought to you by YouTube.com, the basic...
well, inspired by.
Inspired by. And brought to you by, actually.
Yeah, hey.
Dedicated to bringing new people onto the internet to give you guys entertainment.
Internetainment.
As some of our colleagues... colleagues who we've never met.
Yay, we put up like 6 or 7 videos. We're colleagues.
We're colleagues of Tobuscus and Rhett and Nick all of a sudden.
And Greg
and Greg.
And Felicia.
Yeah.
And Kim.
But there's also the point that we should probably get this out of the way pretty quickly, is telling them why we decided to do this.
Yeah.
Why are we here? Why even decide to put up on a YouTube channel at all?
Yeah. So this will bring us back to about a year ago.
About a year ago when I first got on YouTube.
Yep.
You see, I was in a transitional period. We were all in a transitional period.
Everybody's always in a transitional
period. But
our
family in particular, because some really...
Well, we had family stuff going on, and it was...
Family stuff that was really depressing, and I decided to lift myself out of that. I was sick of looking at myself and being like, I don't like the way you look, or the way you look when you talk to people. So you're going to start filming yourself, and you're going to try to work out those things about yourself. And I was inspired by some YouTubers who I was like, you know what? I think that I can do this. I think that I want to do this.
People like Kate and Corey and Greg when he was vlogging more.
Yeah, and it really
links in the description.
Yeah, it really put me to yeah, we're going to have a ton of links of people who are just inspiring to us, because there are a lot of people who inspire us.
Cool. Who
inspired us to do this in the first place.
Yeah, so Duncan starts vlogging a bunch, and you know,
vlogs are really boring.
We'll wait until we get to there, but I mean, he's vlogging a bunch, he's got the camera, he's shooting a bunch, which is great for him because he's a film major.
Yeah,
so he's going ahead and doing that, and you know, I'm introducing him to my friends at college and stuff like that, and Duncan's filming with his camera all the time. And they're like, okay, this is cool. And then we go and look back, and we see a steady progression of quality there. Steady. Like, he's like, okay, check out my new vlog here. I'm like, okay, cool. But the problem that we found was that with vlogs, in order to be getting the following that you need, you have to be doing it every day and be doing exciting things every day.
But the thing is, I went to school in Keene, and Keene, as they would say in Bruges, is a shithole.
Yes, nothing really happens there. So that made it very hard and very taxing to do that. Having a job every single day of the week, I commend the people who do it. Yeah. Like, awesome job if you can do it. Like,
but that also drains you of all your creativity.
That's why vloggers have to take a break every once in a while.
They have to take, like, if you look at Tobuscus, he does lazy vlogs. Just is like, I'm gonna take my camera out every day for like 4 minutes. Just do a straight vlog, and then I'm going to upload that to YouTube, and that way I don't have to. That way I can keep tabs with my audience, but I don't have to put too much effort into it.
Yeah. So Duncan and I sat down this spring after he had done pretty much his best like vlogs for a while, and we sat down and we thought, okay, I like doing stuff, and like we found that since he's vlogging, who's one of the biggest stars there? It's not yourself when you're vlogging. It's your best friend next to you. Corey's star of his vlogs is not Corey. It's Kate.
Yeah.
Which is...
And the star of Kate's vlogs, conversely, is Corey.
Yeah, and that's just what happens. So we were like, okay, if it's Duncan's vlogs, then I'm showing up, and we're like, we should have something mutual,
Yeah.
whether it's vlogs or what. But we've also been really interested in doing scripted comedy kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So we came up with the idea of like, okay, well, what about our last name brothers? I don't think I totally like that. That
Yeah.
doesn't have a good ring to it. Okay, well,
Yeah.
what's the meaning of our last name? We look up and, you know, it's like 12th century Moravian, like ancient German for travelers.
So, Traveler Brothers.
Yeah, and we, you know, changed that and switched it around and talked about it, and we're like, okay, we want to do some stuff, but we don't want to do it in a vlog format, or at least not all the time. We aren't totally throwing that out the window, but we realize how taxing and draining that is.
Yeah.
So in comes some of my favorites that I had been following on YouTube for actually a while.
And I hadn't heard about them until he floated them by my way, Red and Link, who
Yep.
you may see some similarities in how we do stuff and how they do things.
Yeah, Rhett and Link, I first found them probably in like 2008 when they had uploaded a song to YouTube about Facebook. And that was awesome. And Facebook, I'm hooked on Facebook. It was awesome, man. I'm like, okay, these guys are great. I hope they do more. And then they like periodically did some more stuff, but I didn't really see too much of that. And I looked them up later, and they're YouTube stars. That's awesome. And I'm like,
gone from humble beginnings to being really big things, and
like
things that
they
inspire
shot
us.
Commercials for YouTube.
Yeah.
They've got some of the most successful channels, some of the most successful stuff. One of their stunts that they had in one video where they're like, we want a dancing zebra. That zebra got onto the Billboard Awards. Okay? These guys are like, they took just, hey, let's do something fun, to, hey, let's be successful in that. And so we looked at that and we're like, okay, we're not going to be copying that, but we're obviously very inspired by what they do.
Yeah.
We watch Good Mythical Morning, and I've seen parts of Good Morning Chia Lincoln, which is the predecessor to that. And we're like, we like the talk show format. We've been talking about doing something like that where it's just you and I sitting down somewhere.
Like what we're doing right now?
Yeah.
No, exactly what we're doing.
Exactly
right
what we're doing. Well, in my mind, it was there'd be a roaring fireplace. And
there'd be a roaring fireplace.
A better
right
camera,
there.
and we would both be like smoking pipes in bathrobes. And we would have dogs and bears on our laps. That's a little bit of the inspiration of like how we got to this point.
How we got to this point. Now,
and a little bit of why we did this.
Yes.
But we do this because we like talking with the audience. We like
community. We like talking with our people. We like just having a dialogue with our people is nice. Getting to know other people, and that's kind of what we like to do, is to get to know some of the people who inspired us, and hopefully to inspire some other people to do things like this.
Additionally, Duncan and I are both writers of sorts. He's more of a traditional writer, where I'm more of a creative writer. And what that means is that we come up with a lot of interesting thoughts that just generally don't happen. So we wanted some way to get the thoughts out there, and an article can just be passed over there, and I want to get into doing articles about different things, different interests that I have. I'm very versed in Magic the Gathering and the community there, and so I'm starting
and I
to
already do a lot of writing on films on my own blog, link in the description.
Yeah. And eventually we'll put a link of where I'm putting articles later down there as well.
Eventually.
When that happens.
When that happens.
Yeah.
If that happens.
No, it will happen.
It will happen. Maybe.
But yeah, you can just link it to my Tumblr probably for now.
Probably.
Yeah. But yeah, all that stuff's down there. But we decided that we needed to have some way to do that was fun and exciting. And that brings us to why we're doing this here. So we also have this other thing that's looming, which we'll be working on coming in the next couple weeks, is the main channel that we have, Traveling Brothers.
You can find a link at our main page or right below in the description.
Yeah.
We've already been encouraging people to subscribe to that, but we might possibly have a video up there on Monday, but we'd have to be working pretty hard on that.
We'll have something there in the next week. Like, I'm saying definitely there. And that's for our scripted stuff. That's
for the things we want to entertain people in a very quick and overt manner, but something that's fun, something that's genuinely lively. Like, here we can talk, we can get the ideas out there between each of us and between the internet.
Yeah.
But we can't really have concise entertainment.
Well, this is the idea of, like, you walk into a cafe somewhere and you talk with someone.
Yeah.
That's what this is. The other one is you walk into a black box theater and you watch something either funny or interesting or just entertaining in some aspect.
Yeah.
And those are going to be mostly funny because that's what we like doing. We like making people laugh.
Yeah. But
some
they might
of
be a little more insightful than that.
Yeah, because we like thinking too.
Yeah. And that's what we're going to be doing. So thank you for listening to us explain that. And we hope that you guys tune in again tomorrow when we'll be talking about more things. We're not going to ask you to comment below on anything today. But
what inspires you
what
to do
inspires
what you're
you?
doing? Ha! Gotcha.
Five.
Rug?
Pulled out from under me.
Ah! Charades.
Yeah.
With words.
Charades with words. So that
it's
kind
called talking.
We'll see you
I have this
tomorrow.
awesome